Well, early voting in Cincinnati's mayoral primary underway. Election Day does come up on May 4th, and we begin a series asking all 6 candidates about the issues facing our region's largest city.
Yeah, Local 12's James Pilcher met with 5 Democrats and the 1 independent. He asked them all the same questions. General topics were provided in advance. Here are their answers.
Here are the 6 candidates. Current Councilman and former Mayor David Mann. Former Councilman and current State Senator Cecil Thomas, former Fire Department District Chief Raphael Prophet, former Congressional staffer, scientist, and entrepreneur Gabby Begtrip, Hamilton County Clerk of Courts Aftab Purival. They are all Democrats. Educator Herman Najoli is the sole independent. Today's question: affordable housing remains a major issue in Cincinnati. Are you in favor of issue 3? And what should be done to expand the number of affordable housing units in the city? Remember, issue 3 is a proposed charter amendment on May's ballot. It would create a separate housing board and provide $50 million a year to address affordable housing.
Issue 3 has big problems. It requires us to spend $50 million a year forever. It doesn't provide a revenue source, so that means we got to find $50 million from our regular general fund budget of only $400 million. So we can't do that without a tremendous impact on services. It contemplates a board that the council has no control over. It's an amazing delegation of power and authority, and I have no idea what the board might do. It can approve contracts that the city manager would be required to sign. So those are the reasons why issue 3 is bad. There's no question that in this community, a lot of folks cannot afford the housing that they're in. Now, there are 2 ways to approach that. One is to make sure that we have fewer people unemployed, more people in jobs that provide the income that allows them to pay for their housing. Secondly, we need to produce more housing. That's no mean task because the shortfall is alleged to be 28,000 units.
I'm not in favor of issue 3 as it relates to the process by which they want to bring affordable housing into the city. However, I do understand the need, and I do also understand that there was a report, a study done by LIST, which is a think tank, government think tank, national community government think tank, and as a result of that, those recommendations, sponsored by the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, I would begin to move forward with those recommendations. So we've already done the work. We just have to implement those recommendations.
Affordable housing means that more families have stable homes. It means kids do better in school, and it means they do better in the workplace. And as somebody who's built a school and built businesses, that's good for Cincinnati and good for business. Unfortunately, issue 3 has become necessary because City Council created a trust fund. Section 2 of the ordinance said they were going to figure out how to fund it, and they never did. And a month ago, when the charter amendment came out, I called on City Council to get to work to figure out any way of funding this and getting it done. And they refused. Instead, they wrote illegal language that got struck down by the courts. So I am in favor of issue 3. There are problems with it. We can address those in November and fix them. But affordable housing means a lot more than issue 3 in the trust fund. It means reforming tax abatements, which right now keep driving up costs and taxes. And it means addressing zoning, which makes it hard to build housing throughout the city.
Yes, I am in favor of issue 3. I came out and support once I've looked at the information and just understanding the affordable housing crisis that we are in the midst of as a city that has persisted for decades, and the effort that this coalition came together to pull this together as a ballot initiative. I think that this gets at the crisis that has been plaguing us for a while. So it's not perfect, but I think it is a good start on addressing the affordable housing crisis that we face.
I'm not in favor of issue 3. I am in favor of affordable housing, and I understand the frustration of those who do support issue 3 because the fact of the matter is the city does not have a comprehensive strategy for addressing affordable housing. And I see that lack of a strategy every day in eviction court, where right now in Hamilton County, in the middle of a pandemic, we are evicting families and in some instances rendering them homeless. So yes, this has to be a priority. If I'm lucky enough to be mayor, it will be a priority. I'll bring together institutional philanthropies, universities, banks, and corporations that already have community development funds pool our resources to fund that Affordable Housing Trust Fund. But we also have to look at our tax incentives. We've got to look at tax abatements, which right now are concentrated in our wealthiest neighborhoods to the detriment of neighborhoods that need it the most. And finally, we've got to get serious about tenants' rights, a full-time housing court, and balancing the equities in eviction court.
Yes, affordable housing is a critical problem. I have expressed my favor of issue 3. I live on the west side of town. I have so many neighbors whom I've seen struggle with housing choice vouchers. I used to work at City Gospel Mission, where I helped so many homeless men get off the streets and find rapid rehousing. And when I look at the development in the city, I see very few new housing development on the west side of town. So being a candidate that lives on this side of town, I believe this will be a boon to many of our neighborhoods and also to all of our 52 neighborhoods.